Hello, Artful Manifestors. Thank you for joining, and thank you for all the likes, comments, and shares. I do so much appreciate it. I read all of your comments, and it means so much to me. And even more, I love that you support one another, and we're building such a wonderful community. To show my appreciation, I am giving away a free personalized tarot reading. All you have to do is subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Like this video and comment Pink Moon. I'll be announcing the winner on April 23rd. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This is a timeless reading. Whenever you come upon it, that is when you're meant to hear it, and it's for all zodiac signs. You just choose a pile, and I'll explain that in a minute. Today's reading is going to be finding out from Spirit about your gifts and what Spirit wants you to know about your gifts. So to do that, I'm going to shuffle these cards, and you can choose from one of the three piles. And I do ask you to connect to your guides as I connect to mine, and to ask for their assistance in interpreting the images that you see, the sounds that you hear, and the message that I share. And of course, you're always welcome to listen to more than one reading, as it may shed additional light on your situation, or it may give you clues about different areas of your life. And in this case, it could be multiple gifts that you have. So feel free to listen to two or all three of the readings. All right, I think what I'm going to do is just pick them like this. All right, let's see what we have. So for pile number one, we have the dead end. Very interesting, because our question is about your gifts. For pile number two, we have the prayer. And for pile number three, we have the nectar. If you like to choose with crystals, let me introduce those to you now. For pile number one, we have apophyllite. And for pile number two, we have grape agate. And for pile number three, we have a heart-shaped sandstone. So let your intuition guide you. Whichever image and or crystal you are most drawn to is probably the reading meant for you. You'll find a link in to that reading in the description box below. Hello, pile number one. Welcome to your reading. You chose the card Dead End, which is about the end of a chapter and the beginning of a new chapter. You also chose the apophyllite, which is a very interesting stone. It helps connect us to the other realm. It helps us to communicate to our higher self, our spirit guides, past and loved ones. It helps us to connect to the Akashic records and to journey even astral projection type journeys. But interestingly enough, it also helps us to feel more comfortable in our own bodies. Very interesting combination. So we shall see how these energies fit into the rest of your reading, about your gifts, your unique gifts, and what Spirit wants you to know about them. I do put the names of all the cards that I use in the description box below if that's something that you're interested in. What unique gifts does pile number 1 have? And what does Spirit want them to know about it? All right. Wow, I had a feeling. Sage. Be devoted and committed. Of course. You know, as I was setting up for your reading specifically, what was coming to me upon, you know, the dead end before I read about it or anything was that you were the kind of person that when one door closes, you make another opening somewhere else. There actually is no dead end for you because you keep going. And here we see be devoted and committed. So I see you being very committed. Let's see if we can get another one from this deck. Yeah, I just see you as this person who you doesn't take no for an answer is what's popping in my mind. That's how its Spirit is saying. Oh. All right, 2 more came out. Let's see what we have. Great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. Yes, because you are connected, so you have such a strong connection to the other realm. You do see things, or you perceive them, whether you're conscious of it or not, on an energetic level, which is why you are devoted and committed to your goals and moving forward. All right, you also have heart guardian, love, and let yourself be loved. Absolutely. Interesting that we have that right next to great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. So the other thing I'm receiving is that maybe sometimes you close yourself off because of past experiences, and Spirit wants you to open up your heart and receive love. Let's keep going and see what else we get. Whoop, that is probably too many. I just wanted one. I'll take the one that revealed itself on the top. Trunk, stability, loyalty, reliability. All right, let's draw some tarot cards and see what else we can find out. What does pile number one need to know about their gifts? What are their gifts, and what does Spirit want them to know at this time about their gifts? Let's get at least a couple more. Ooh. All right, that is more than a couple, way too many. But you know, these two stayed, so let's go ahead and take these two. All right, maybe one more. And what we'll do is we'll just take what's at the bottom of the deck. Nice, the Magician. So I will put that there. All right, we have the Fool. Wow, the Fool and the Magician. This Fool kind of looks like a magician, and look at them levitating above the danger of this alligator. And the High Priestess. Wow. Okay. I knew it. Very spiritual, very connected to the spiritual realm. Definitely one of your gifts. Let's see how I can do this. There you go. The Tower, okay. Yeah, it's like what I was saying with the dead end. I feel like you turn tower moments into opportunities. I never noticed this comet before. I feel like you're somebody that notices the signs and synchronicities. All right, and whoop, give me one moment. And the Star. So you got all major arcana cards up here, 5 major arcana. You are powerful for sure. A powerful person. This is an absolutely amazing spread. You are an amazing person, and I would love to know you. The Fool card represents innocence, spontaneity, and a sense of adventure. So it suggests, this card in your reading suggests that one of your gifts is the ability to embrace new beginnings. And amazing that it's at the beginning of your reading. And you embrace these new beginnings fearlessly. You have a natural inclination to trust in the universe and take risk without being weighed down by fear or doubt. And what did I tell you about the dead end? Is that it's about how if there's a door closed, one opens, and that's you. And I feel like you're even making your own opening sometimes. The High Priestess symbolizes intuition, wisdom, and a deep inner knowing. You have a strong intuition, a strong inner voice. Your gift lies in your profound connection to your intuition and your ability to tap into the subconscious realms. Spirit wants you to recognize the power of your intuition and trust the guidance it offers. with this great teacher card beneath it, I feel that you have a master as a spirit guide. And if you already recognize if you already are listening to intuition, your higher self, if you already recognize that, then Spirit is saying, good job. This is just a validation. But if you still doubt what you feel, what you sense, what you know from within, what you receive from that other realm, then this is confirmation for you to start doing that. This is Spirit saying these are your gifts to start listening to those inner wisdoms, those musings, the noticing the signs. And I feel that you do notice the signs. I noticed this comment, and I noticed this heart, which I've never noticed before because it's red and it just kind of blends in with her veil. So you're a person who notices things that others don't, and you see the signs and synchronicities. The Tower card, it looks scary. It means upheaval, sudden change, revelation. It may seem unsettling at first, but it indicates that your gift is your resilience, your ability to adapt to change. Spirit wants you to understand that sometimes breakdowns precede breakthroughs, and through upheaval, there is an opportunity for growth and transformation. And I feel that many of you already know this, but in case you're experiencing one now and you needed a reminder, this is it. Just look at your past. You always overcome obstacles. You always make new openings. Look at this zipper opening up, right? This is exactly what I'm talking about. Here's a tower, but we see this opening happening, and that's you. That's what you do, is you make a new path. You make a new opening, a new door. The star represents hope, inspiration, and renewal. Your gift is your ability to find hope and inspiration in the darkest of times. Spirit wants you to know that you possess a radiant inner light that guides you through challenges and illuminates your path towards dreams and aspirations. But not only that, you are that guiding light for others. You give others hope. You are a person that most likely people call on you when they have some kind of tower in their own lives, and you're the one that helps them to find that new path. You're the one that helps them to see the light of the situation. The Magician is about manifestation and power and potential. Your gift lies in your ability to manifest your desires and transform your reality according to your will. Like I said, what popped in my head, what they were telling me was, you don't take no for an answer. Spirit wants you to recognize your inherent power and use it consciously and responsibly to co-create your life. We see the Queen of Wands underneath. The Heart Guardian, I want to read to you what the guidebook says about that. Give me one moment. Welcome with open arms opportunities to give and receive love. And that's what I sensed when I saw this card, is if you are not open to receiving love, Spirit wants you to do that. And it also says, you are love, lovable and loving. The energy of love is surrounding your whole world at this time. Angels are swirling around you, encouraging you to open your heart and reveal the blessings that you have to offer. They want you to know that you are a highly loving being who deserves to give and receive love. If you are finding it challenging to feel love at this time, it's important for you to give yourself credit where credit's due. You are also encouraged to welcome support from others. Learn to receive. Don't try and do everything on your own. If you are working on a relationship or are in a new relationship, this card can usher in energies that allow you to forge a powerful connection with your partner. Love is in the air. I love that for you. Love. And you know, here's the other thing is we see this dove here at the bottom, which is a symbol of love and peace. And we see it's at the bottom of this tower card. And then right here, we have great teacher with this dove taking flight. So again, there's this idea that you take challenges, obstacles, and you learn from them. You use them as teaching moments, learning moments in your own life. Not only do you have a master as a guide, but you are a teacher and a guide for others. And if you haven't recognized that role, then Spirit is urging you to do this. I also sense that you're a very humble person, that you probably don't see these gifts as amazing as they are, but they are amazing. They're truly amazing. And in fact, when I drew this card at the beginning of the reading, I thought whoever chooses this is a really special person. And that was before we got all of these major arcana cards. And of course, I don't want to influence your choice at the beginning of the reading, but that's what I thought, is this is a very special person. And then of course we have trunk, stability, loyalty, reliability. That's you. You're a loyal person. You're a reliable person. You have your core beliefs, and there are things that you will not yield to. You won't bend on because they go against your core beliefs. The trunk is the, that strong part of the tree that supports everything, and everything branches out. It's the center, it's the core. And you have a strong core, which is why you're so resilient. And again, if you are going through a tough time at this moment, then this is a reminder of all your amazing, beautiful gifts. Pile number 1, you are an absolutely amazing, beautiful star, spiritually connected person with true gifts. You have a unique combination of strength and resilience and strong core beliefs and a beautiful, strong connection to the Spirit. Absolutely amazing. You can create whatever you want in this life. You have the resources within you. You have the answers within you. And I've used this deck many times, and you got 0, 1, and 2, which is amazing, and 16 and 17. And the fact that you got 17 right after 16 proves that when you have a tower moment, you come out on top. You shine because of it. You find that opening. Absolutely impressive. So impressed with you, pile number 1. That is your reading. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. You chose the card, the prayer. And as I was setting up for your reading, thinking about prayer and meditation, the state of prayer, what they told me was that prayer was the state of receiving from spirit. So when you think about someone who prays, they pray with an openness. They pray with an openness to receive what they know will be bestowed upon them from spirit. So prayer doesn't sound like a worry. It's it's an openness, it's a receptiveness, knowing that the prayer will be answered. You also chose the grape agate, beautiful little cluster, which this stone emanates a warm, protective energy, and it really creates a sense of security, especially during stressful times. And it allows you to connect to your spirituality and inspires you to connect with Mother Gaia. Absolutely beautiful. All right, let's see what the cards will reveal to go along with those 2 energies about what pile number 2's gifts are and what spirit wants them to know. What are pile number 2's gifts? What does spirit want them to know? All right, there we go. So we actually got 3. Well, you know what, I'm going to turn this way. So we have Magic Guardian, Unlock the Magic Within, beautiful, and Elder, Move Beyond Ancestral Patterns. And Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. All right, I'm starting to get an idea. Let's see what else we got from this deck. I do put the names of all the decks that I use in the description box below, if that's something that you're interested in. That's too many. Let's keep going. I'm going to take this one that fell towards me. All right, let's see what we have. Harvest, determination and hard work. All right, let's draw some tarot cards and get some more information about your gifts and what Spirit wants you to know about them. What are pile number 2's gifts? And what does Spirit want them to know about their gifts? I think that may be too many. It's interesting that too many cards keep coming out on your pile. Let me just count these and see. I think we might be able to fit these. We'll take at least the first 5. All right. So we have the 3 of Cups. Celebrations. Beautiful. Love that. And the Ace of Swords. Very nice. You have good ideas. The Queen of Wands. You're very likable, very charming, popular. I bet you have great hair. The Magician, very resourceful. And I love that you got the Magician and the Magic Guardian. The World. Amazing. What wonderful cards, you know, and you have the Harvest and the World. I love that for you. I feel like we could probably scooch this over and fit 2 more cards, right? And 7 is a spiritual number, so I feel that you are a spiritual person. It's also a lucky number. All right, we have Death. Amazing that you have the World and then Death, because the World is the last card of the major arcana, and it always means that there is a rebirth. There is the ending of one chapter and the beginning of the next. And Death is a very similar meaning. We even have the Phoenix here, rising from the ashes. There is this theme of this cycle, death and rebirth, completion of chapters and new beginnings. And the Empress, which is, of course, about new beginnings. She's pregnant. New life. Amazing. Pile number 2, you are an amazing person. You are very likable and perhaps very popular. And if you don't recognize your ability to be popular, it's gonna happen. It's in the cards. I bet you even have great hair. Very impressive. All of your tarot cards are really amazing. You have so many amazing gifts. I want to start with some of the tasks that you have during this incarnation. You have here Elder, which says move beyond ancestral patterns. I want to read to you what the book says about this card. It says, move beyond the limitations that have been set for you by family members, past and present. Know that the energy of your spirit is more powerful than genetics and behavioral patterns. So part of your mission in this lifetime is for you to break those behavior patterns. And I do see you doing that. You are a leader, you are a manifester, and you have the world and the death here. So I see you putting that to an end. I see you completing a cycle within your lineage. And you are the phoenix rising up. You're starting a new cycle. You're the divergent branch on the family tree, which is absolutely amazing. You also have here exchange energy to create abundance. So there is some ability that you have, some gift that you have, some talent that perhaps you haven't been completely invested in, or if you have, just know that there is a balance of energy that is coming into the third dimension for you, into this reality. We see here harvest, which means you will be harvesting what you have invested. You still have a little bit more work. Even harvest itself is work. So we plant seeds, we have to till the ground, we have to plant the seeds, and then we have to nurture, which you do have here the Empress, which is about nurturing right next to it. And then you harvest. So nurturing is, weeding out the weeds, which you have the death card here. So, taking what doesn't serve you, and also watering it, making sure it has plenty of sunshine, etc., caring for it. But then when it comes time to harvest, that's work too, going and picking everything, separating things, and then you have to start all over again. And so this is a reminder to stay with it, because you're very close to receiving what you have invested, but then you have to start the cycle all over again. And you can't just enjoy the fruits of your labor without continuing that cycle. But I see that this is something that you enjoy. I think something very magical that you're doing. I think overall you seem like a magical person to other people, because you are good at manifesting things. So you have the Three of Cups, which is about celebration and friendship, community. So one of your gifts is your ability to create and nurture connections with others. And Spirit wants you to know that your social skills, you're highly intelligent, so you have a high social intelligence. And that ability to bring people together is a valuable asset of yours. You have a knack for fostering harmony and joy in your relationships and social circles. The Ace of Swords and the Empress card both tell me that you have great ideas, and also the Ace of Swords signifies clarity, truth, and breakthroughs. Your gift is your mental acuity, one of your gifts, and your ability to see through illusions. It's like the sword of truth, right? So people can't BS you. You grasp the truth of a situation. You see all the facets of it, and you're able to cut to what needs to be done. Spirit wants you to trust in your intellect and your capacity for clear, insightful thinking. You have the power to, again, cut through that confusion and find solutions with precision and clarity. And you are a good communicator. Swords are about communication. which of course you are because you're so popular. So you're good at communicating what will help people to feel safe in a situation. And the dog agrees. She started communicating as soon as I said that. If you listen to this reading and you don't believe what you're hearing, then know that's why you were brought to this reading, because Spirit wants you to start recognizing your gifts and utilizing them. If it all resonates, then this is Spirit validating exactly what you already know and encouraging you to continue to recognize and use your gifts. They're gifts because you're meant to use them. How do you feel if you give someone a gift, you put a lot of thought into it, you wrap it, you give it to them, and then they never use it? That's how Spirit feels if you don't use your gifts. These are your gifts and you're meant to use them. And of course, the first step is to recognize that you have them. The Queen of Wands embodies passion and creativity and leadership. Whether you have a job that, you know, as a manager, as a leader, you are a leader in your own right. You could be a leader in your field, your industry, a leader in your community, amongst your friends. But you are a leader. And one of your gifts is your fiery spirit, your ability to inspire others with your enthusiasm, your vision. They are showing me, you know, you getting people excited to go and do something. You know, maybe you're that friend that kind of initiates what everybody else is going to do over the weekend, or you know, things like that. You're very inspiring, and you have the power to lead and motivate others through your dynamic presence and confidence. And Spirit wants you to embrace your natural charisma and creativity. The Magician is about your ability to manifest. You have the resources within you to create what you want. You have a lot of personal power, and you possess the ability to create your desires and transform your reality according to your will. You are a powerful creator, and Spirit encourages you to harness this power consciously and with integrity. So if you are already using that for the highest good, again, then Spirit is saying, that's great, job well done. If you are unaware of this ability and you feel like your life isn't reflecting all of these gifts, then perhaps it is because you don't consciously know that you are a manifester. And if you're worrying, that's like a negative prayer. If you think that bad things will happen and you say stuff like, I knew this was going to happen, and it's something bad, know that you are the one creating that. They're self-fulfilled prophecies, but Spirit wants you to know that you have the ability to create exactly what you want. The trick is to focus on what you want and not on what you don't want. Be open to receive the blessings that Spirit wants you to give. So, of course, that's not for everyone. Many of you are already embracing your gifts and are perhaps perceived by others as lucky, or things just always seem to work out for you. And that's because you are the Magician. The World card symbolizes completion, fulfillment, wholeness. So one of your gifts is your ability to achieve mastery and success in various aspects of your life. It's the World, it's everything. And again, it's because you people say, oh, everything works out for you. And that's why, because you have that ability to think things through and manifest things and charm people. I mean, it's an amazing combination. Spirit wants you to recognize your accomplishments and celebrate them. And I do see you doing that. Celebrate how far you've come on your journey. Your wisdom and experience to navigate life's challenges with grace and confidence are amazing. And the other reason I think we have both the World and the Death card is because some of you are going global. Perhaps you are a writer or a speaker with the truth, the sword of truth here. But when I see this Trader card and the World card up here in the context of what we're asking, I see this exchange of energy. So one way to exchange energy is to offer your gifts and to receive payment. And so if you're using the internet, if you're using social media, if you are using platforms that people in other countries have access to, I see you reaching this world status, reaching people in other countries and offering your gifts, whatever they are, whatever energy exchange you have to offer. And it says create abundance. So if you're not already creating abundance, I do see you doing that. You have the Harvest card, you have the World card, you have all of these positive cards, the Three of Cups, that are saying that you definitely have the ability to create abundance. The Death card, despite its ominous sound, in the context of this question, says that one of your gifts is resilience and your willingness to embrace change, your willingness to rise up out of the ashes like the phoenix. You have the courage to release the old and welcome the new in your life, which is, of course, part of your mission. And I see you doing that. I see you being successful at healing your family lineage. And again, these could be ancestors, 500 years back, but it made an imprint on the DNA, and now you are clearing that energy away. And then we have the Empress card, which embodies nurturing, abundance, and creativity. So one of your other gifts, you're so blessed with gifts, is your ability to nurture and create beauty in all aspects of your life. And Spirit wants you to embrace your nurturing nature and recognize the abundance that surrounds you. You have the power to create and manifest your desires with love and compassion. So again, that goes back to this prayer. It's the law of attraction. It's focusing on what you want. It's acknowledging and appreciating what you have. And with that, receiving more. That's another part of this energy exchange. So if you catch yourself focusing on lack or problems, just quickly turn your attention to something good. Go outside, enjoy nature, see the many blessings that the universe has to offer you. I want to read to you what the guidebook says about this card, Magic Guardian, because that is you. You can, if you're not already utilizing all of these beautiful gifts that you have, you can. it says, stop looking outside yourself and recognize that you have incredible power within. You are the magic. You are the answer. You have it all within you. If you've been searching for an answer or a reason to focus, recognize that all you are looking for is already within you. You are a powerful and magical person with the capacity to direct your intentions and will your desires into being. But your power can only be powerful when you own it. So take time to acknowledge it. Your ability to dedicate yourself to a goal and make it happen is a real gift that you are being guided to recognize now. And we see that with the Empress, the World, and the Magician, and the Queen of Wands. All of them say what this Magic Guardian says. And of course, those are different decks, so it must be true. Trust it. You are an absolutely amazing being, pile number 2. So impressed with you. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the card, the Nectar, which you could think of as ambrosia. It is that energy in life that heals and creates immortality. It's about the subtle things that we invite into our life, activities and practices that sustain us in a very positive and healthy way. You also chose the sandstone, the heart-shaped sandstone. And sandstone is a stone of creativity. It balances one's reality and helps ease movement and change. It strengthens cohesiveness within relationships and encourages clarity and truth in thought and sight. So we will see how these two energies collaborate with what the rest of the cards have to tell us about your gifts and what Spirit wants you to know about your gifts. I do put the names of all the cards that I use in the description box below if that's something that you're interested in. That is too many, so let's keep going. What are pile number 3's gifts, and what does Spirit want them to know about their gifts? I did, when I drew your card, sense that you are a person that sees the sweetness in life. And it is that ability that is the nectar. And apparently the dogs agree. Focusing on what brings you pleasure, in a healthy way, of course, not in an avoidance way. Those are the things that bring about the beauty and health of your life. Oh, there were 2 there. I didn't notice that. All right, we have Spirit Fox, trust your talents, and changing times. Love that. All right, Spirit is already telling you to trust in your abilities. And we have summer, bask in joy and light. Exactly What do they create? Honey, the sweetness in life. Beautiful. And medicine mother, honor your inner knowing. And that's what this Nectar card is all about. It is knowing what the medicine in your life is. Those things that bring you pleasure, those activities that bring you healthy pleasure, those are the things that are the medicine in your life. All right, let's see what we get from this oracle deck. What are pile number 3's gifts, and what does Spirit want them to know at this time about those gifts? The sweet life. We got 2. Let's see if they'll fit. We have seeds, new ideas, hope, open-mindedness, and broom, energy clearing and freshening. I feel these 2 cards just came up together in yesterday's reading. So if you got that, very serendipitous. All right, let's see what other messages we get from the tarot cards. What talents, what gifts does pile number 3 have, and what does Spirit want you to know about them at this time? What gifts? I feel like you have a lot of gifts. A lot of cards are trying to come out at once. What gifts does pile number 3 have, and what does Spirit want them to know at this time about those gifts? All right, let's see what we have. All right, we have justice. And Queen of Wands. You are a fair leader. And Prince of Swords. Which in this deck is like the Page of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. And let's choose the card at the bottom of the deck for your final card. Four of Wands. Really nice. Spirit really wants you to know about all of your amazing gifts. So I'm so happy that you're here hearing about them, listening to this reading so that you can know how wonderful you are and how amazing Spirit feels your essence to be. Trust your talents. I want to read to you what this card says. It's also about change. So if you feel that things haven't been going your way lately, then know that is about to change. The energies around you are changing at this time. And although it may not always be comfortable, you are equipped with all that you need to survive this shift. You are being presented with opportunities to reach spaces you've never encountered before. And this can make you feel on edge, but be open to the shifts occurring because they really are the answers to your prayers. The experience of being hunted or threatened is now behind you, and you are being invited to come out from the den and reveal your glory and talents. Like this queen, that's you. Call upon Spirit Fox Medicine to help you be seen for who you are and trust in your talents in order to be the best you can be in these changing times. And I really feel, regardless if you're male or female, I really feel that you are the energy of the Queen of Wands. Somebody who has this glowing energy, somebody who's creative and passionate. And when you are passionate about your creations, your enthusiasm motivates others. And that's what makes you such a wonderful leader. You're also compassionate. You're fair, you're just, which is why you have the Justice card. You have the intellect to see all sides and make choices that are balanced for everyone involved and fair. You have this wisdom. The Justice card is also about balance, and Spirit wants you to bring balance into your life. And that's by following the Nectar, which is your medicine. So if you enjoy yoga, do yoga. If you enjoy going for walks, go for walks. If you enjoy spending time with your pets or outdoors, if you enjoy new recipes, try new recipes that are really healthy. Do research and find out what's going to be best for your body. All of these types of things, they seem subtle, but they are the ambrosia of life that is going to help bring balance into your life. All of these practices will bring balance to you, mind, body, and spirit. And if you're already doing that, then this is recognition from Spirit about your actions and pursuits. It's telling you, good job, you're on the right path, keep it up. That's amazing. Part of the reason that you are a just and fair leader is the energy of the Prince of Swords, which is somebody that's curious and open-minded. And again, if you don't feel that you are, then this is the universe, this is Spirit encouraging you to embrace that aspect of you. Embrace the curiosity. Intelligent people ask lots of questions. And so what I see is that before you make a decision, you weigh all your options and you investigate, you research, and you make a informed decision before you move forward. And universe is saying that that is the best route for you, to always stay curious, stay open-minded, to pursue the mysteries of the world with this curiosity and intelligence and open-mindedness. That's what gives you this amazing wisdom. The Eight of Pentacles symbolizes craftsmanship, dedication, and mastery. So one of your gifts is your commitment to hard work and your attention to detail. Spirit wants you to recognize your ability to achieve excellence through diligence and perseverance. Your willingness to put in the effort and hone your skills is a testament to your determination and discipline. And the Prince of Swords, again, that energy is part of how you hone your skills. So you may be the kind of person who wants to improve how you play guitar or how you do your craft. And so you may get on the internet and research it, or you may take classes, or you may ask experts in that field. But you're always staying curious and investigating and learning how to improve, which is a wonderful way to enjoy the blessings that unfold in our lives. I want to read to you what this card is about from the guidebook. Summer, bask in joy and light. I feel like this goes along with the Nectar card. Rise up, open your wings and shine. Bring your projects and plans out into the light, into manifestation. And it's interesting, the Spirit Fox card also said to come out into the light, to reveal yourself. Let everybody see your glory. All right, continuing with this card. This is the perfect opportunity for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Light has come to banish the darkness. Clarity is arriving too, allowing you to know exactly where you are and how you can move forward. Angels and ancestors, guides, are encouraging you to enjoy this moment and not to rush forward, because this is a time for pleasure, enjoyment, and expansion. There is a great chance that you have extra energy, creativity, and inspiration at this time. Notice what is coming to you, and notice what is coming to you, as it is inspiration directly from the divine. When the summer card arrives in the future position of a spread, or as the last card in a reading, it also indicates that the coming summer will usher in important energies with regards to your question or intentions. Now, we are in spring right now when I'm doing this reading, so we're towards the end of April. Summer is just around the corner, and Spirit Fox card also mentioned changing times. So the summer is going to bring positive change for you. That is very clear coming from Spirit. Even this broom, it's facilitating change. Amazing. The Four of Wands represents celebration, stability, and homecoming. So one of your gifts is in the ability to create a sense of security and belonging in your life and in the lives of others. Again, why you have the Queen of Wands. You have this magnetism. Your inner light just attracts people. You're the queen bee. So, you know, when we think of the queen bee, she has that pheromone, and that's how all of the rest of the honeybees know her and know where she is at all times. Spirit wants you to appreciate the blessings of stability and to celebrate the milestones and achievements along your journey. You're creating a foundation of support and harmony that brings joy and fulfillment to those around you. Bask in that joy. I see in the summer that perhaps the seeds that you're planting now will begin to sprout. I want to read to you what the guidebook says about Medicine Mother. You're being encouraged to love and respect yourself enough to take the steps you know you need to take to move closer to where you'd like to be. You already know the answers. You know what you need to do. You may have been using delaying tactics or holding back, but now you are being guided to take action. Action requires courage, but your angels and guides are bringing you the courage to move forward. Take just one step. When you do, the next one will be presented to you. And then we have the seed card. The seed card is about hope. When you plant a seed, you have a hope that's almost a knowing that it's going to sprout. And again, I feel that in the summer is when you will be sprouting whatever seeds that you're planting now or that you've recently planted. And it's creating stability for you. What you're being guided to do now is to sweep away what no longer serves you, to sweep away any doubt, sweep away any negative thought patterns, any ideas of you not being deserving or worth the blessings that the universe wants to give you. Just sweep that away. And what you'll be doing is you'll be making space for these blessings that are coming very soon. Even the sandstone, remember, that was about creating balance in your life. So that is what's coming into your life, is more balance. And I see that in all areas of your life. I see you doing more of what you enjoy and being seen for the beautiful being of light that you are. Spirit truly wants you to know how amazing you are and that you deserve this wonderful, stable, secure, and bountiful life. So happy for you, pile number 3. This is about loving yourself and facilitating the energy to allow others be able to see how amazing you are. By doing what you love to do, recognizing your worth, respecting yourself, and then inviting that energy from others into your life as well. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So happy for you, pile number 3. And that is your reading. The light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Bye.